the celebrity capital of the world, it's Hollywood Squares, starring John Ritter, Rita Rudner, Danny Bonaduce, Leeza Gibbons, our classic comedy square buddy Hackett, Martin Mull, 6 Feet Under's Mathew St. Patrick, Louie and this week's center square, Alec Baldwin.
We got the best and worst players from coast to coast, and I don't want to boast, it's Hollywood Square Biz.
And your host, Tom Bergeron.
Thank you, Jeffrey Tambor. Great studio audience here at a fine week of shows, a special week, as a matter of fact, with some of your favorite DJs as contestants all week. But please join me in welcoming in our center square, Alec Baldwin, playing for the Carol M. Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund. Now, the way it works this week is we have 2 DJs each day playing for charity. Any secret squares they win will be awarded to winners of local radio contests. Let's meet today's contestants. Dom Testa from Denver's Mix 100. Welcome, Dom. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
And from Tampa's Mix 100.7, Mike Reeves. How you doing, Mike? Good to have you here. I feel so embarrassed. I didn't get the gray jacket memo. Our first game is worth $1,000. It's basic tic-tac-toe, but you have to decide if the answers the stars are giving are correct or they're just making them up. That's how you get the squares. Again, it's a $1,000 first game. Who won the coin toss backstage? You did. All right. Good enough, Dom. You kick it off.
Let's go with Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin currently filming Cat in the Hat with Austin Powers himself, Mike Myers. You're the bad guy, aren't you, in
I am.
Cat in the Hat?
I'm his evil neighbor.
Aha, the evil neighbor. Why is the drain pipe under your sink curved?
Why are you talking in code, Tom? I think it's to trap jewelry and other items that might fall down.
All right.
I will disagree.
No, actually, it traps water and blocks the sewer odors is why they do that. So Circle gets the square there. And the eagle crows at midnight. Mike?
John Ritter.
All right, John, from 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter, Tuesday nights on ABC. John, Arnold Schwarzenegger paid over $700,000 to get something that once belonged to John F. Kennedy. What?
That would be Maria Shriver. No. Mike, look me in the eyes. It was JFK's golf bag.
I agree.
No, it was his clubs.
No!
It was his clubs. Yeah.
What did they travel in?
The clubs go in the bag.
We can't accept the bag, right? Because he bought the clubs. Tom?
Louie Anderson for the win.
Louie Anderson's new book, The F Word, How to Survive Your Family by Warner Books. That available in Louie Square.
The shameless plug.
There you go.
Just line up here and we'll sign them.
Louie, in 1977, Jerry Lewis was finally nominated. What was he nominated for?
First lady. That was my jam. Lightman. Humanitarian of the century.
I disagree.
The Nobel Peace Prize for his work with muscular
good call,
dystrophy. Circle gets it, and $1,000. Bing, bang, boom. All right, now, in this Secret Square game, each of you are playing for one of your listeners. Dom, who are you going to be playing for?
I'm playing for Renee Miliauskas of Littleton. Let's go, Renee.
All right, Renee. And Mike, who are you playing for?
I'm playing for Lisa Whitson of Brandon.
All right, good enough. So, Lisa, Renee, this is what you could win.
Break out your cape and blue suede shoes. It's a tour of Memphis the Elvis way. You and a guest will enjoy a 3-night stay at the Heartbreak Hotel, visit Graceland, the Rock Soul Museum, and even record your favorite Elvis tune in your own recording session at Sun Studios from RPMC, worth $4,824.
Elvis has hit songs on the charts again under the heading Death is a Career Move. Let's show you who the Secret Square is. All right, somebody will have to sweeten that up. And you won the first game, Dom, so you get to kick this one off.
Alec Baldwin, please.
All right, Alec. When Franklin Roosevelt established this place, it was called Shangri-La, but today we know it as what?
Oh, FDR's Love Shack. I think it's the White House Rose Garden.
I disagree.
Camp David, we know it as. Now, a circle gets that one. Mike.
Louie Anderson.
Louie Anderson. All right, Louie. There is a 3-year waiting list to have a private meeting with this popular TV personality. Who is it?
Jared from Subway. You know, I got his old clothes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Oprah.
I disagree.
John Edward from the Crossing Over Show. X gets the square. We're going to cross over to some commercials, but we'll be right back on the other side in just a couple minutes. Come right back with us.
It's covered Lisa's clothes, and she doesn't come.
No, I would take this off of you. I would put it down over the shoulders and make it raunchy. Like that.
Okay, I got it.
Danny's got it. Look at Danny. Oh, Danny.
See, it works for me.
Promotional consideration furnished by the following.
Welcome back. We're in the middle of a secret square game. Each of our DJs playing for a listener from their station. But first, let's hear about them and their stations. Mike Reeves, tell us about your neck of the woods.
I work at Mix 100.7 in Tampa. I'm on the Nancy and Mike Morning Show with Nancy Alexander. And I have a wife, Kim, and 3 kids, Michael, Travis, and Christine.
Wonderful. Good to have you here, Mike. Dom Testa, how about you?
The morning show in Denver is called Dom and Jane and the Big Mix Morning Show. So hi to Jane and Chuck and Liz and Little Jen. And if I don't do well, I'll hear about it for about 3 years.
Yeah. It becomes programming fodder. Hey, next week, taking over the center square next week, we're looking forward to welcoming Reba McEntire. Give it up for Reba.
Yeah.
All right, Dom, I believe it's your turn.
Leeza Gibbons.
Leeza Gibbons, host of Extra and Hollywood Confidential on the radio in over 200 markets. Leeza, in order to not offend parishioners, the LA Times reports that the mentioning of this in church is at an all-time low. Mentioning of what?
You know, there is a movement that some of the commandments don't work anymore. Than, you know, that thou shalt not commit adultery, the stealing thing, so Old Testament. No, this is an easy one. It's politics.
I disagree.
They're not mentioning hell as much in church. Circle gets the square. You're only going to the good places if you stick with us. Mike?
Danny Bonaduce, the block.
All right, Danny, from the other half. Daytimes, check your local listings. Danny, you're swimming in the ocean. You come across a dolphin who has got one eye closed. What's he doing?
Frantically searching for his other contact lens. I'm going to go with, as easy as it sounds, he's just looking at you. He can't see you from the other side, so he's got to close this one to see you.
All right.
I disagree.
No, he's sleeping. They sleep with one eye closed, shutting down half their brain. Heck, I do that most days here. All right, X gets a block. Dom?
Rita Rudner for the block.
Rita
please.
Rudner appearing nightly at New York, and Las Vegas. Rita, the all-knowing Dr. Joyce Brothers says that men seek mates who are like their mothers, and women seek mates who are like whom?
Are you saying I'm like my husband's mother? No, I love her, and because she's watching. And, no, it has to be. It's a trick question. It sounds like it shouldn't be fathers, but I think it's fathers.
I think it might be a trick question, too, so I'll agree.
No, it's like their mothers as well. They also look for mates like their mothers can't.
It turned out I was wrong.
So it's interesting. You both kind of knew it was a trick question, and you both got tricked by it. So, Mike?
Rita Rudner for the win.
For the win and a tie game if you get it. Rita, what organization's unofficial motto is they always get their man?
I think they always get what they want. Isn't that
No, they don't always get what they want. They always get their man, is the motto.
I was going on the whole wrong motto.
Yeah, it's a trick motto question.
Okay. They always get it's the mafia.
I disagree.
It's a Canadian Mounties, actually. X
Yeah.
gets the square. We got a tie game. Martin Mull was our secret square, by the way. We're going to come back. We'll have a tiebreaker game, and we'll have, you know, more of those nifty trick questions as H2 Hollywood Squares comes right back.
Yes, we are, in fact, having a relationship. It is true. Oh, Danny is so over.
He's old
Were
news.
you doing Danny,
old
too?
News. No, of course not.
Okay. It was the red hair, it was the freckles, it wasn't working. This
Wasn't
is
get a
working.
little hair on the face. It's not really my cup of tea.
Promotional consideration furnished by the following.
Welcome back. Good to have you with us. We're going to kick off a tiebreaker game in a moment, but I do want to remind you, we love to hear your feedback. Give us a call to our viewer hotline with your comments. Here's the number, toll free, 1-800-591-5020. Give us a call, all right? All right, tiebreaker game's worth $2,000, and Mike, you get to kick it off.
Alec Baldwin.
All right, Alec. Just looking at them, what's the main difference between a Chinese jump rope and a regular jump rope?
Well, when you jump rope with a Chinese jump rope, 20 minutes later you want to jump rope again. I know a lot about this. I have a Chinese jump rope at home, and they are made with a very thin bamboo reed, a Chinese jump rope.
All right.
I disagree.
No, the ends are attached. It's a big loop of stretchy rope, sort of elastic. X gets that one. Dom.
John Ritter.
John Ritter from 8 Simple Rules. John, in the world of superheroes, what was the main superpower of the Flash?
The ability to cruise public parks with an open raincoat. Surely I jest. Dom, look me right in the eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Golf clubs. No, it was, the Flash was the guy who could move faster than even a speeding bullet, even Superman. He was run around real fast. He'd do fast things. He was very, very premature. He's a quick guy.
And I agree.
Explains why he's single, too. Yeah, he's very, very fast. Very, very fast. Circle. Gets a square.
Buddy Hackett.
Buddy Hackett. All right, buddy. Buddy, should you be worried if you have a mole with a hair growing out of it?
Yes, you should be worried.
I disagree.
No, it's not a precursor to cancer or anything. You just have a
Oh,
hairy
okay.
mole. That's all. You do. X. All right, Dom.
Matthew St. Patrick for the block.
All right, for the block, Matthew St. Patrick from 6 feet under on HBO. Are people always buried 6 feet under?
Absolutely.
Hey, come on. What show do I work on?
I'm sorry, I disagree.
No, they're not. The depth varies. It can be as little as 18 inches below. As a matter of fact, Circle gets a block there. All right, Mike.
Rita Rudner to block.
Rita Rudner to block. All right, Rita. You're on the beach and step on broken glass. Is it better to soak your foot in the ocean to kill the germs or use soap and water?
I would first take the glass out.
Yes. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, thank you. I would take the glass out and put your little foot in the ocean because the salt will clean the wound.
I disagree.
Soap and water is better, actually, because putting your foot in the ocean is just really adding salt to the wound. So X gets a block there. Dom?
Martin Mull for the block.
Martin Mull for the block. All right, Martin. Whose best-selling autobiography is called Bad as I Wanna Be?
Isn't that, well, of course I have to say, don't I?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I believe Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
And I agree.
And that's right, Dennis Rodman. The Circle gets the block. All right, Mike.
Leeza Gibbons for the block.
Leeza for the block. All right. Leeza, what are you most likely doing if you're involved in the old pump and dump?
Excuse me? I think it's something environmentally incorrect. I think it is polluting the oceans.
I disagree.
No, it's investing in stocks, illegally spiking a price and then selling. X gets the block there. All right, Dom.
Danny Bonaduce for the block.
Danny for the block. Danny, this man created the magnificently decorated eggs for Russian czars. Who was he?
Ivan the Fabulous. I'm going to go with Fabergé.
I'll agree.
Fabergé it is. Circle gets the block. All right, Mike.
Louie Anderson for the 5-square win.
All right, and $2,000 if you get it. Louie, Quaaludes were allegedly developed to fight which terrible disease?
Chastity. The Black Plague.
I disagree.
Malaria. X gets it. And the 5-square win. All right. Our next game, well, will be the next time we do the show because we're out of time right now. Dom, you didn't emerge as champion. However, all this week, since you guys are playing for charities, our runner-up gets $5,000 for the charity of his or her choice. Congratulations with that.
Thank you.
Tell us about your charity, if you would.
I'm playing for the Food Bank of the Rockies, so our celebrities have helped raise a lot of money for feeding the hungry and needy people in the Rocky Mountain region.
Great, great. And Mike, you got $3,000 so far. You're going to play for a bonus round that could get $25,000 additional dollars for your charity. Which charity you're playing for?
I'm playing for the Joshua House. They're a wonderful group of people that take care of abused and neglected kids.
All right, good enough. Mike Reeves and the bonus round. No one's opened the safe so far this week. Will he be the lucky guy? Let's find out right after this. Stick around. Round time with our champ, Mike Reeves from Tampa's Mix 100.7. You got $3,000 so far for your charity. Mike, take a look over here. We got 9 keys. One of them opens this safe. You do it, you'd be the first one this week to get an additional $25,000 for your charity. Good luck. Now, up to now, we found out a bit about what the stars know. Here's where we find out what you know about them. Lighting change. Thank you. You'll pick a square. I'll read a statement about the star. If you agree or disagree correctly, you've won the square. At the end of 30 seconds, for every square you get, we take away a bad key, improving your odds of opening the safe. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock. It starts ticking when you pick your first star.
John Ritter.
Is the voice of Clifford the Big Red Dog.
I agree.
Right, next.
Mathew St. Patrick.
Played a super spy on All My Children.
I disagree.
Wrong, next.
Rita Rudner.
Started an action film with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I disagree.
Right, next.
Bonaduce.
Is a second-degree black belt.
I agree.
Right, next.
Alec Baldwin.
Was the honorary mayor of East Hampton, New York.
I agree.
Wrong, next.
Leeza Gibbons.
Co-hosted a children's show with Pee Wee Herman.
I agree.
Wrong, next.
Martin Mull.
Was the first to have a 1-800 joke line.
I disagree.
Right, next.
Hackett.
Was a regular on the Jackie Gleason show.
I agree.
Right, next.
Louie Anderson.
All right, time is up. Not bad. Not bad. Let's go count some keys, Mike. Looking good. All right. You almost ran the whole board in 30 seconds. You got 5 right. That means we take away 5 of the bad keys. One of those 4 is going to open that safe.
I'm going to go with this one right here.
All right. Good luck, Mike.
I'm playing for Joshua House.
All right.
Come on.
Oh, sorry, man. Come on over here. Let's find out which key would have opened it up. This one right here would have done it. Okay, here's the deal. Now, normally we give you $1,000 for every square you got correct. But this week, since everybody's playing for charity, nobody leaves as champion with less than $10,000. So we'll give you $10,000 for your charity.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Good to have you with us. Join us again here with Alec Baldwin, our center square, and all our stars will be here. I'm Tom Bergeron, hoping you'll join us too for Hollywood Squares. Bye-bye, everybody.
This is Jeffrey Tambor, the voice of Hollywood Square, saying so long. Promotional consideration furnished by the following.
Does anyone have a doctor? I think I succeeded in pulling a muscle and getting a concussion at the same time, which is hard to do. But I quit dancing when I injured a groin muscle, and it wasn't mine. It was his.
That pretty much says it all. Thank you.
Does anyone have a doctor?